both teams as we're just about ready to get this one started. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony. Steve, DA, take it away.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's paid. And guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. So the New York starting five, Knox and Randall, they're the forwards. R.J. Barrett is out there with Junior, and it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. It's Kabengele in at the 5 spot. It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Junior kicks to Barrett. Williams comes with a double team. Plenty of space. And the shot is long. Here's the Clippers. There's the pass to George. No good from outside. Junior with it. Leonard's there. And Randall throws it down.
That's 250 pounds coming down on the rim. Randall attacking with ferocity.
Now here's Williams. Tight defense on him. Pass to Morris. And it's in there.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Now, here's Junior. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Junior. Some nice passing by New York here. Randall, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Randall's got 6.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Leonard. No good that time. So New York will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Right side George. Hits the three-point bomb.
And give Sweet Lou credit. Turns down his own shot because his teammate has a better one.
Lou Williams, so crafty, G. Oh, what a play!
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. It's good.
He is so comfortable in this area, something Williams relies on, the mid-range.
Now, here's Junior. He's guarded closely, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Clippers trail by 3. Now Williams, 14 points from him the last game against Memphis.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's sent back by George.
Not going to beat Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And Morris comes over to help. Barrett the pass to Vidal. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Randall. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Williams passes to Cabangel. From deep, George. Knicks with the rebound. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Very difficult game to predict. They are not familiar with each other. I expect to see a lot of in-game adjustments tonight on both sides.
Randall right side, and Randall throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. George finds Williams. And good that time.
No hesitation on the catch and shoot. Lou Will is confident in his ability to capitalize on jumpers.
Here's Vidal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Lou Williams. The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The Knicks making a switch here. Portis is checked in, and both free throws good for Junior. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 7. Count it, good.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Inside, here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more, you're right. Now, here's Patterson. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Andrew Shamit's checked in for George. Then, for the Knicks, Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Damian Dotson comes in for Kevin Knox. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Barrett. Fades and shoots. Dotson can't hit.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
And that one's good. Beverly.
I love this about Patrick Beverly. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Here's Vidal. And Junior throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Leonard against Portis. Leonard, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Outside Jackson. Feeds it to Leonard. They need this, and the layup is up and in.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi, very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Patterson bringing the double, and stolen by Patterson. And it's Junior with the rebound.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And Junior throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes.
Here's Kevin Geller. He had 16 points in the win against Memphis. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 6 points.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
On the court for the Knicks, Barrett Knox are the wingmen. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Vidal in at the 1 spot.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's off on the second. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Suns, was outstanding. He finished with 57 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
Jackson the tray.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his second from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
Vidal, the pass to Knox. And again, New York with the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
The pass to George. He's feeling it. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Vidal, and Junior throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Outside Williams. Back to Jackson. Goes to the reverse layup and kicks it in. Jackson's got his first points in this one.
There you go. Under intense defensive pressure, Reggie fearless in the painted area.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish. He powers it through.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Ntilikina, and the Knicks good for 2.
I really like the rhythm Ntilikina plays with. Good at sensing when to shoot off the pass.
Pass to George. The 15-footer, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 5 assists in the game. Here's Vidal. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Here's Williams. Makes it off the glass. Williams has got 8 points.
Good recognition by Lou. Sees a crack in the defense, has the speed to exploit it.
And Junior throws it down hard.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. The Clippers have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Beverly dishes to Williams. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Junior kicks to Robinson. The dish to Junior. George with the ball. Picked up by Barrett. This one for 3, and George is good for 3. George has got 13 points in just this quarter.
Always a threat to get to the rim. This time, Paul George pulls up and buries it.
Pass to Junior. Here's Ntilikina. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Beverly for 3. That one, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
And the Clippers call time here. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
New York leading by 20. Here's Vidal. Knocks down the 3 ball. Junior's got 28 points for the game.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Now here's Beverly, defended by Harkless. Count it. Leonard's got 8.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
And Junior throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just landed in. He wanted to make a statement.
Back to George. Passes to Shamet. Ring shot on the way. It's rebounded by New York. Junior's got 6 rebounds in the game. 44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Dotson. And again, New York with the triple.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Back to Leonard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 10 points for him. Here's Junior. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. 17-foot shot on the way. And the Knicks good for 2.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Here's Beverly. An easy 2 points on the layup.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverly at the rim.
And here's Junior. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's New York finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Junior in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. Then it's Paul George. It's Kabengele in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Vidal, the pass to Knox. Randall down low. New York moving it around. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got 6.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Outside Williams. Offensive rebound. Morris. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Vidal. And Junior throws it down.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
From outside, off the mark. Over to the wing. Lets it fly. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 36 points for Junior.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Leonard, the pass to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
And finished off by Robinson.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
And the Clippers call time here. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it.
Hey, watch left.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Now, here's Junior. Defense right on him. Here's Ntilikina. He shoots again, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
R.J. Barrett's checked in for New York. The Knicks have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. And Los Angeles guys shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Beverly. Here's Kabengele. No good again that time.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Ntilikina passes to Vidal. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Harkless is checked in for Frank Ntilikina. The Clippers shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Leonard dishes to George. Back to Leonard, beyond the arc. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Yep, it counts.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Harkless kicks to Junior. Back to Harkless. And there's the pass to Vidal. 4 on the shot clock. That's tipped. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, another turnover. The guys on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Knox, he's checked in for Harkless. 44 seconds left in the third.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Vidal, the pass to Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here is George. He right on him, and he banks in the layup. George has got 18 points.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Here's Vidal. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
From past the arc, good on the 3-point shot. Beverly's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Los Angeles.
Very consistent from long distance. Beverly a floor spacer offensively.
And so it's the New York Knicks holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Junior's out there with Wayne Ellington. Then there's Mo Harkless. Then there's Reggie Bullock. And it's Robinson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
On the wing, Ellington puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now Shannon. Pass to Noah. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
They double him with Noah. Vidal, the pass to Robinson. Now, here's Junior. Defended by Beverly.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Here's Beverly. To Magruder. Now, here's Shannon. to the left side wing. Beverly wide open. And another three for the Clippers.
Even though he's more the size of a point guard, Patrick Beverly's better off ball than initiating.
Here's Vidal, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time.
2 shots.
And that one misses. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it would be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Here's Vidal. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First free throw is good. The Knicks making a switch here. Gibson's checked in, and both free throws good for Junior. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now here's Jackson. He's guarded by Vidal. And a wide open look for Noah. And the three off target.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Junior. And stolen by Junior. Down low. And Harkless with the basket on the assist by Junior.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Noah. Right side, Green. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Props to Noah for seeing his man wide open.
The three. And good, the three-point shot, good from Vidal. Junior's got 54 points. The Clippers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Noah and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Noah was aggressive on that play on the offensive end. Tough for the defense to be able to stop him without fouling.
So for the Clippers, Patterson comes in for Jermichael Green, and Morris subbed in for Landry Shamet. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Dotson's checked in. Here's Vidal. Another bucket. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. There's Jackson with the three. Hits it from three-point range. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Jackson comes over with the double. Vidal, the pass to Gibson. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Jackson looking around, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Jackson comes over with the double. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
that
no
long
kidding.
ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
They double him with Noah to the inside. And the pass to Vidal. Another one goes. Incredible.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Morris kicks to Jackson. His three-pointers off the mark.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And it's Junior missing. Clippers have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Magruder passes to Morris. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Pass to Bullock. Here's Dotson. New York moving the ball around. Here's Vidal. And Junior throws it down hard.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. LA's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Magruder passes to Morris. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Morris has got 7 points for the quarter.
The polished mid-range game of Morris. Some of his best shots come from about that 12 to 20-foot range.
And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Patterson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Reggie Jackson. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Damian Dotson. New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Trying to get open is Gibson. And Junior throws it down.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt.
Yeah, that they got the entire bench up right there as they saw that and out of their chairs. Pass to Magruder. Now Morris. Shoots over Bullock. That misses off the backboard.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles. For the Clippers, Landry Shamit's checked in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree. New York shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Gibson dishes to Junior. A rebound by Noah.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Here's Vidal. Hits it again. Wow.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Shamet kicks to Williams. Nailed from three-point land.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for New York.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Junior.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And he makes the first.
Shooting for New York.
He hits both from the stripe. 24 seconds left in the game. And the foul called on Junior. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans